Hey guys, it's me, SNS Sword here, and today I finally received Luca in theaters. I'm on DVD. Did an unboxing in about an hour ago, so now, as promised, I will finally show you all my complete Disney Pixar DVD collection of every film from Toy Story all the way to Luca. Yes, I don't know, I think Turning Red has been released yet, but it's not been out for not that long, so it's kind of early to get that one. And plus, I'm sure when Lightyear is released, I will get that one too. That's Turning Red, and I don't know if Monsters at Work and Doug Days are getting releases or like Car Series, but if they were to ever get releases, or if they have something, I will get it. Add it to my collection. But yeah, I have everything. I have all DVDs and all VHSs and all extras, like the Toy Story, like the TV specials and like the Cars tunes, shorts, like all that. I have all of that. And again, I just want to put this out. I finally saw Lightyear. I finally saw that today. I believe it's one of the very last showings of it, because it's not done so well. I might do a rant on that later because I saw some might do a rant on it. But yeah, I finally saw Lightyear, and overall, I thought it was all right in my opinion. I actually kind of liked it, but it's not as bad as people say it is. Of course, some controversies over it, which I might do in my rant. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, Lightyear, I do give it a watch. So like Lightyear, I thought it was pretty decent. Doesn't deserve that much hate, but yeah. Anyway, here, so yeah, Lightyear, give that a watch today. It was a pretty early showing, but yeah. Anyway, start the collection. So first, start off with the one that kicked off Pixar's success. This is Toy Story. Of course, what's to say, of course, my favorite all-time animated film. It's a great movie as in general, just a great classic. There's always films that are just for kids and films that are just for adults, but Toy Story, in my opinion, it's truly a film for anyone of any age. Even people grow up with it. I'm sure some days, I'm just going to go watch Toy Story, and you'll just enjoy it like you did when you were little. So yeah, there's Toy Story. Again, here's another one. Bugs Life. This is again another film that was really praised. Toy Story is of course praised. This was the first ever computer animated film. And Bugs Life is praised too. People, and there's another one people consider their childhood favorites. Bugs Life, again, great movie. These are some of the first one up to Incredibles is 2 discs. These are 2 discs, but yeah. Anyway, Bugs Life, again, give it a watch. Go give both of these a watch. Bugs Life, great film. Of course, the first ever sequels, Toy Story 2, which starts the first of the sequels which is the first ever sequel and the third film released, Toy Story 2 again. I enjoyed it. It's not as good as the first one. Still one of my favorite Pixar films, but I did love Toy Story 2. Again, Toy Story's kind of gone a little bit downhill ever since Toy Story 2, but yeah, overall I enjoyed Toy Story 2. Again, definitely give this one a watch. Of course, if you haven't seen the Toy Story movies yet, what are you doing? Just go watch it. It's kind of rare to see someone who hasn't seen these movies or any Pixar movie yet. But yeah. Now, of course, next is my second favorite Pixar film is one of my childhood favorites, Monsters Inc. And yes, again, the TV show came out last year, and again, it's getting a new season next year because, of course, Pixar, high-quality animation. But overall, I like the movie, of course, it's amazing, great movie, childhood classic and everything. But the series, it got more mixed reviews on the series, but personally, I enjoyed the series. I thought it was really awesome. So yeah, Monsters, Inc. is a great watch. And again, recommend Monsters, Inc. If you haven't seen this one yet, just stop. I even watched this one for a business class I'm taking, which I saw that one, which I, again, of course, enjoyed it. Of course, Finding Nemo, this has the slipcover. Of course, Finding Nemo, again, great classic. It's not one of my favorite. I do enjoy this one a lot, but other people like this one, praise and say it's one of their favorites. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I love it. Finding Nemo is a great film. Of course, again, got a sequel a couple years ago. And again, so yeah, Finding Nemo, give it a watch. Oh, sorry. Of course, next is one of my favorites, Incredibles. Again, another one that's been praised a lot. Incredibles, which I mentioned, Pixar has been lots of hits. Toy Story up to here, really, it's been hits. I love Incredibles as well. It's really great film, and again, I really love it. So yeah, if you haven't seen Incredibles, watch it. Again, superhero film, of course, always. So yeah, now you have 6 straight hits. Now comes this one. Cars. And yes, personally, I love Cars. One of my favorite Pixar animated films. Never get the hate for this, really. I think it's an amazing film. I love Cars. Maybe because it's all about, like, oh, talking cars. People don't like it. But personally, I love it. One of my favorite animated films of all time. One of my favorite Pixar films of all time. This is just overall a great movie. Again, people don't like it too much. I don't understand why, but I love Cars. The sequels, we'll get into those later, but yeah. Anyway, oh, sorry, it's hard to put these back in. So yeah, Cars never got really praised as much, but this one did as well. Of course, Ratatouille, which this one is also praised as well, again. Ratatouille is, again, another great film that I like. Not one of my favorite Pixar films, but again, this guy gets praised a lot. Another fan favorite for Pixar. Again, Ratatouille, of course, the rat that knows how to cook, pretty much. And there's a lot of, memorable stuff about this, like him, controlling his head. Which I learned how in biology class how I was able to do that. But yeah. Anyway, this one's praised a lot too. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Again, recommend it a watch. I also recommend, no matter what people say, also recommend Cars a watch. Come on, Cars, I love Cars. It's a great, great film. Of course, next after this is, of course, another big fan favorite one, WALL-E. I remember this one. This was big too. I was 2 when this came out, but yeah, a lot of people love this one a lot as well. WALL-E, and again, I like it too. It's a great film, and another great Pixar film. I love WALL-E. It's a great film. I do have some of the toys for WALL-E. I have the other toy, but yeah, overall, this has been praised a lot, as always. Pretty much every Pixar film, pretty much except Cars. But yeah, WALL-E is a great film. Again, of course, if you haven't seen this one, just what are you doing? Watch it. So yeah, of course, WALL-E's been another big hit. And then, of course, another praised one, another one every people love is Up. So yeah, Up, this is another big film growing up. Of course, people always remember the beginning. I'm not going to spoil it, but, of course, the beginning, what happens, which people always rate it as probably the saddest Pixar scene of all time, which is, yeah, it's pretty sad. But Up, of course, again, this got a new series called Doug Days, which Doug... I don't know if that got another season. I don't know. But again, rest in peace to Carl's actor. He was a great guy and everything. So yeah, Doug Days. I didn't watch the finish of that rest of that series. I've seen like the first 2 episodes of it, but I didn't watch it last. But yeah, Doug Days and Up, give it a watch. Of course. So yeah, up to now I have hits, but overall, Toy Story 3. I actually surprisingly never got into the Toy Story 3 in my opinion. I don't know, I thought it was a little overrated in my opinion, don't get mad at me for that, sorry, but I thought it was pretty alright in my opinion. Never was into this one as much as the other first 2, but overall, Toy Story 3, it's alright. I still give it a watch, but yeah. Toy Story 3, I thought it was alright. It's actually the first Pixar film I saw in theaters. I mentioned which one I saw, that was the first one I ever saw in theaters, back in 2010, I was 4, but yeah. See that, my brother, my mom, yeah. Next is, of course, there's this one. Of course, I mentioned that Cars, we see a lot of, people didn't like Cars too much. Well, Cars 2 is probably, and in my opinion, arguably the worst Pixar film now. Right now, people are starting to say Lightyear, but I don't think it's as bad as Cars now. But Cars, it's not a great film, in my opinion. It was hardly about racing, which was Cars, is what it's about, is Cars, but... Overall, they made it more about Mater, and he's alright, but it wasn't about McQueen, Cars is about McQueen, but overall, Cars, I don't like it too much, it's alright, but one of the very rare that I will skip, and of course, there's, this next one, Brave, just like Cars 2, never got into it. Cars 2 I didn't see in theaters. I wanted to see that one in theaters, but I never got to. This one I also didn't care at the time, so I didn't see it in theaters. This came out in 2012. And again, Brave, again, never got into it. I think I've actually only seen this at least once or twice, and I don't care for this one too much. I don't think it's that great, or I'm not really that into it in my opinion. So Brave, it's alright. So yeah. Of course, next is Monsters University. This one I did see in theaters in June of 2013. But again, I just don't like saying this, but I wasn't into it. I thought it was alright, but overall, the prequel idea, I have kind of mixed opinions on that. think I'd better have gone on Monsters Inc. 2, but again, we did get Monsters at Work, which I liked more than Monsters University, but I thought it was alright again. So yeah, there's 4 films I wasn't into my Pixar, of course, next in. Of course, this one I again saw in theaters, of course, is Inside Out. This is again another big fan favorite one, just like WALL-E and the others, but yeah, it's again another one that's praised a lot, again, I liked it too. Not one of my favorite Pixar films, but I liked it as well, I liked it. I saw it in theaters. Yeah, this one was really good, I liked it a lot, it's again another fan favorite by Pixar, and again, another great accomplishment for them. And again, going back, of course, sorry. Now there's on to these ones. I remember back in 2015 or 2016, there's like a big release of upcoming Pixar films. It was up to Good Dinosaur, up to Toy Story 4, which I remember I was, waiting for these to come. That's how I was super excited. I remember there was big announcements on these films. I remember at the time they were pretty big, I still remember Toy Story 4 was announced and everything, but yeah. I remember it was up to Good Dinosaur, up to here. There was a big announcement of these films right here. So yeah, anyway, of course, next up is Good Dinosaur, which again, just like these ones right here, I wasn't into it. And I'm sorry, but I never got into this one again. And I've seen that people didn't like it either because I think just was well, now is Lightyear, but for a while this is Pixar's biggest flop, which I believe now Lightyear is, but I didn't, again, just like the other ones, I wasn't into it, I thought it was alright, but I didn't really like it as much, it's again, a big flop for them, of course. I did not see this one in theaters, but yeah, I wasn't into it, so I'm sorry, but I didn't into it, so still at least give it a watch, but yeah. Of course, now on to back on track with sequels, or yeah, whatever, but it's Finding Dory, which I was excited when I saw this one. And then here's one, the second Incredibles. I hope this Nemo series gets a TV show spinoff. I think this one and the Incredibles deserves spinoffs, give those ones spinoffs because these are great, And Finding Dory, I enjoyed it, but not as much as Finding Nemo, but I still enjoyed it, I liked it. Saw this in theaters back in 2016. But yeah, I was excited and I enjoyed it. So yeah, still remember seeing that one in theaters. Enjoyed it, and of course next is, of course, Cars 3, which again, I liked it, and I thought it was alright. Again, of course, didn't get too much because, of course, it's Cars, people don't like it, but I thought this one was alright, In fact, I think this one should have been Cars 2, because I feel like they had that Newt film, which I think that should have been released Cars 2 here, and I feel like this should have been Cars 2 in my opinion. This release, or at least, make Cars 2 different, but I actually like this, it was better. It was a better car film, not as good as Cars 1, but I thought it was alright, Again, recommend this one to watch. It's better than Cars 2, in fact, French, forgets all about Cars 2, but yeah, give them another one to watch, so yeah. Cars 3 really should have been, but yeah. Of course, next up is another one that's been highly praised, just like other Pixar films, Coco. And again, I did not see, Cars 3 I saw in theaters in July of 2017, but this one also I did not see this one in theaters. I think it took up to the summer of 2019 for me to finally see it for the first time, but I liked it. It's fun. I actually am part Mexican, or my family grew up in a Mexican culture. So yeah, I am part Mexican. Which I'm excited to see finally have Disney make a film about a complete Mexican, tradition. But yeah, I am. So yeah, I was excited by this film, and my family was, and they enjoyed it. So I enjoyed it too. Again, give this one a watch. Again, another praised one. So yeah, of course. And that back to a sequel, Incredibles 2. Again, I loved this film too. Again, that's like Finding Nemo, not as good as Incredibles 1, but I still loved it. So yeah, again, just like I said, Incredibles, it needs its own series, just like Nemo does. Those need their own series, Overall, I loved, Incredibles 2. I saw this in theaters back in July of 2018, one of the two. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm excited. So yeah. Of course, next up is Toy Story 4. This is probably the most disliked of the Toy Story series, but I think it's better than the third one. So yeah, my opinion. But yeah, I saw this the day it came in theaters in 2019. And that's the same year I went to Disney World and all that. So yeah, I enjoyed this film a lot. I like Toy Story 4. I thought it was good. So again, recommend this one to watch. Again, everything. So of course, next is Onward, which this one was not in theaters for very long. That's because, of course, we all know what happened. But Onward, saw this in theaters the day of on the weekend before my birthday, because my birthday's in March, and it really came in March. My aunt asked for a birthday thing I wanted to do, and I chose Onward, which I loved it. You know, Tom Holland and Chris Pratt are really good as Ian and Barley, which they're good. I like that, so give Onward a watch. Next up is Soul, which this one has been, you know, praised a lot too. With Soul, which I thought I liked it too, and not my favorite ones, but I thought it was pretty good. Of course, this one was straight to Disney Plus. You know, this one was straight to Disney Plus. That's where I saw it. It was like the day after Christmas, you know, which I liked it. So yeah, Soul is a good film. And of course, next is Luca, which again, I saw this the day it came on Disney Plus, which I liked it again. You know, it's got praised a lot too. But I thought it was alright, you know, in my opinion. So yeah, but again, you know, like that. And it finally took up to now Lightyear for finally to have a new theater release, which of course did not do well. So who knows? But yeah, so now I'll watch my extras. And by the way, Turning Red, I thought was pretty good as well. I saw that. They came out the day after my birthday this year. So yeah, I liked that. It was alright. I liked it. So yeah. Recommend so you watch. Yeah. Now I'm gonna show you guys my extras. Now finally, of my Pixar collection, here is my my bonus extras collection. So yeah, here's everything now. Here's all the bonus that I've seen all the shorts. So first off is Lightyear, the original, fans call it the original Buzz Lightyear movie, which this is really nowhere to be found. So the only way to get it is on here on DVD or on tape, which I do. You know, so yeah, overall, people, you know, I enjoy this a lot. You know, I love the Buzz Lightyear. I thought it was really great. You know, again, they shouldn't have really remade it as a movie like how they did now. Just people don't like it, but yeah. Of course, next up is Cars, Mater's Tall Tales. I like these shorts were all right in my opinion. I liked Cars. You know, again, people are getting tired of them always like merchandising off Cars, but Mater's Tall Tales. Cars Short Films Volume 1. Volume 2, and Volume 3. These is actually a European DVD, which I cannot work it because I'm in the US, but yeah. Shorts are really good. I like the shorts, you know, they're pretty clever and fun. Next up is Toy Story these are out of order. Next up is Toy Story of Terror, the Halloween special. I liked it. I thought it was pretty nice. And finally, Toy Story That Time Forgot, which I liked. Yeah. I don't know, like, I also thought of hopefully them giving a Toy Story series, but again, there's these two, so yeah, I like those a lot. And of course, right here is the Toy Story 1 and 2 pack and the WALL-E. It's like this from only 3-disc edition. I made this today. I made this, so I did a video on this too, it's gone over 1,000 views, so I enjoy. Let me put that back in real quick. So yeah, there you go. And again, I mentioned that I had the VHSs, which I already did a collection of that. If you wanted to check my videos, I did a collection of the VHSs that I have. I don't have Cars, as that's really impossible to find and nowhere to find, so I will never get Cars, unfortunately, but I do have the original ones on VHS. So yeah, you know, again, like and subscribe to this video. Again, thank you guys for much all the likes on these videos. We will all stay safe, like and subscribe, and God bless you all. Like and sub for more. Bye. Oh yeah, I also mentioned this. I really hope they do release Doug Days and Monsters at Work on DVDs. Or actually, there is a Blu-ray of Monsters at Work, and I might get that. But yeah, anyway, you know, again, Finding Nemo and Incredibles needs their own series. There is a Cars series on the way. So yeah, that one again. I cannot wait for season 2 of Monsters at Work. As it ended on a great ending. So yeah, God bless you all. Bye.